Alright guys, so first off, I had this thing previously recorded with a live comm, and I fucked up and didn't plug in my microphone. You know, that's really smart, right? So we're going to do a trade deadline special. That's what this episode is all about. And they asked for Garrett Whitley for a Brandon Maurer. I didn't like this trade. It made no sense. Giving up a B potential for a C potential? Nah. I'm trying to keep my young players. So, giving up a young guy that could possibly turn into be somebody good for somebody on the main roster with a C potential is not what I'm looking at. In this trade, Steve Geltz for Tyler Danish was not good at all either. C, and then C, I didn't want to take that chance. There was no reason for it. So we're going to sim all the way, which we were stupid and we pressed the wrong date there. We were supposed to go a certain amount, but we didn't, blah, blah, blah. But this trade had me interested because Lucas Giolito is really good. I think he's already been caught up for the Nationals this year. So I didn't know. He's at A potential. And everybody else in that trade was nothing. Nothing at all. So, but Chris Archer for 1A potential, they would have to do something a little bit better. Probably like 2A potentials and a C or a B. Or an A and 2 Bs. You know, something like that. Or maybe an A, a B, and a major league ready B, C type guy. So, that was not happening, but we're going to sim all the way to the 28th. The trade deadline's on August 1st, but, you know, we don't want to wait until August 1st to do all the trades, so we're about to go start some trades here. Corey Dickerson's injured 2 to 3 weeks. I was going to actually see if there's any trades that happened, but nothing really happened yet. So we're gonna go look at some trades for mainly a catcher and a first baseman. So we're looking at first basemen here. I like Blake Swihart. Derek Norris looked good. I liked another catcher, but not gonna budge. And an A potential for AJ Brzezinski. Y'all are dumb. That's not happening. Kevin Pilecki, I can't say his name, but he's got a B potential and he's looking pretty good. Wilson Contreras, A potential. I tried, not trying to get anything. And I don't know why I skipped on to Kevin Pilecki, because he's been pretty good backup for Travis d'Arnaud last year, and if he's playing this year for backup Travis d'Arnaud, because Travis d'Arnaud can't stay healthy if his life depended on it. So, you know, I don't know why I skipped on the dude. He could have been a bright future for us. But so can this guy. But they wanted too much. Way too much. And that was just a straight no. So. And I like Tucker Barnhart, but he only has C potential in the game. I want to go for that. So it looked like we were going to go with Derek Norris, which is not a bad trade. He's pretty good, even though he's only C potential, but the dude's got power. He's got a lot of power. And we're going to give up Tim Beckham, get rid of Kirk Casale, and give up a center fielder and Mikey Matuk. Or if anybody knows how to say his name better, let me know, because that's a little bit of a hard name to say. So, took that trade. So this should be a fun part for you guys. I wanted to know, who do you think I should trade for? John Singleton or Greg Bird? I looked at both. I looked at Freddie Freeman. I would take Freddie Freeman, but no trades were found, so that one was not going to work out. Lucas Duda, got him over there on my Phillies franchise. Not really going to look for him here. Dan Vogelbeach, Batch. Wow, that's... And Adam Duvall, for some reason, only was a 59 in this game. Maybe the roster's too far back because he is really good. So I don't know what that was. And I looked at Will Myers. They asked way too much for him. Colby A-Rod's a potential, and then they wanted like Steven Souza Jr. Not happening. So looks like it'd be either Greg Bird or John Singleton. So I would give him Ramirez for Greg Bird. I'd give him Matt Moore because we got plenty of starting pitching prospects and starting pitching. So we're fine if we have to give up a starting pitcher for our first baseman. So which one should it be, guys? Let me know down in the comments below. And in the beginning of the next episode, we will go ahead and trade for John Singleton. So that should be fun. Or John Singleton or Greg Bird. So they wanted Derek Norris. They're not going to get Derek Norris. They can take Brett Honeywell or the Danny Farquhar and Josh Tomlinson and John Jay. So I'm alright with those. So any one of those two guys would do for a new first baseman, and we got a new catcher, so we pretty much are set. And I'm not too worried about, like, we got a shot to make the playoffs, but it's not gonna happen. And then we fooled around saying we would trade Chris Archer, and there was one trade that I really liked. I liked the Dansby Swanson trade. They are trying to give us Julio Slasheen in that too, but you know, Dansby Swanson, dude's going to be a beast. So I don't know if I'm actually going to trade Chris Archer because we are one back in the standings by a lot, but we are one back in the wild card spot too, for getting the second wild card spot, and not by much. So I don't think it'd be a smart idea to trade Chris Archer. Maybe in the offseason, if we don't make the playoffs, I'll think about it more. And if they're still willing to give us Dansby Swanson, it would be a pretty cool option. But that's going to do it for this episode. Trade deadline special. We got a trade, and we got a catcher. And there's two possible trades, John Singleton or Greg Bird. So let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and comment. I am out. Thank you so much for watching.